to Guild or something. I don't know, but there's a few other ones as well. And I think that they're laying sort of the foundation down for people to eventually not just play video games, but to have an incentive to participate in these worlds, because everything's becoming tokenized. And if you think about it, in the real world, everything does cost something, right? I mean, you may not actually pay a dollar bill for, the use of this pen, right? I can use this pen essentially for free on my notepad. However, I am exerting some sort of effort to perform that task. And as we're becoming more immersed in the virtual reality, I think it's just going to exacerbate what is already taking place in the physical world, and that being these transactions. But now people will be actually able to profit from their communities, from their venues, from their interactions with people. And I think that's going to be really huge and liberating, right? Because you could essentially get into a community and then make a living off of just participating in a community that you enjoy to be around, as opposed to going to your 9 to 5 or going to college for things that are quickly outdated in the educational system. But that's also another thing that I would like to hear your take on, is if you've even thought about it, how the blockchain, NFTs, and maybe even virtual reality, how they could enhance education.
I'm going to get to that in a moment. I do want to comment a little bit on what you were talking about, playing to earn. When I think about that, it's really exciting because I see a world where people go to work inside the metaverse. Already we have people playing like things like Grand Theft Auto, where they go into these worlds and they role play. People will role play being a cop on these online servers, and actually go and stop other players from committing crimes in this virtual world. Eventually, I think they're going to get paid to do that, whether that be in cryptocurrency or just small little bits each time they do it. But I very much see that as a reality in the future. People will put on their headset to go to work, and they'll just play right there and work from home. But anyways, you say your question again?
Education. How do you think that will be changed with NFTs? And because I thought about like there being like NFT certificates or diplomas even.
Mm-hmm. I very much see that as a thing that's happening. The issue is, higher education, it moves so slow. And that's one of the reasons why I retired, is it just wasn't going fast enough for me. Like I always say, the future moves faster. And what that means is that the rate of innovation is increasing. And so it gets increasingly harder to keep up with the times if you're not moving fast enough, if you're not staying educated. And higher education, they have so much red tape that it kind of slows them down when it comes to adapting. So it's going to be far in between when a college has a class or an entire course on cryptocurrency, blockchain, NFTs. Of course, they're out there, but widespread, not at all. But eventually, I do see maybe even some colleges accepting payment in cryptocurrency, or you buy an NFT once you've been accepted in order to secure your enrollment in the program for however many years. So I do see it being integrated at some point, maybe even degrees on the blockchain. Absolutely. I can see that as a very real possibility, but more so, I think the first version of moving in that direction is going to be having more classes inside of the metaverse. Like we've already had a little taste now doing all this stuff on Zoom, but you might go into a virtual game like Crypto Voxels, and you can have a classroom. Already, I know people who hold classes and like seminars by streaming inside of Crypto Voxels. So they'll say, hey, everyone go to this link. And then when people type in this link into their browser, it'll go immediately to certain coordinates inside of Crypto Voxels, inside of this virtual world. And then you can look up and you can see a screen, and right there, a class is streaming right there for you. So I do see that as a first iteration, the first step towards education moving more online, is having classes inside of the metaverse.
That's really cool. So what exactly if you can, tell me the details as to what, the people that are streaming these classrooms, what are they teaching exactly?
A lot of it is just basics of cryptocurrency, basics of blockchain, or they'll just host, you know how like influencers will have their own webinars and seminars on Zoom. You know, they'll promote it to their audience on Instagram. It's somewhat just like that. So they may talk about these different projects. They may talk about how all these celebrities are eventually going to be moving into the metaverse. So talk about whatever it might be. But so you have those live classes that you can do, but you can also, if you have land and you build on it, you can just embed videos right inside, like YouTube videos, and they're going to be HD. They're going to be high quality. You can embed these videos right inside of this of the walls, and then people can just walk in. They can click on one video, watch it, and then go to the next one, click on it, watch it. So you have these course creation websites like Kajabi or Teachable, where people are putting their courses. But you can also do that right inside of the metaverse. You can do that in these virtual worlds where you just embed your course on the walls of your building.